We've got one day to see a couple of Branson's best tourist attractions. Well, that took a turn. We're Stephen and Andy, caffeinated travel couple on a mission to see all 50 states. Join us on our epic road trip to see the U.S. in our camper van Ace.
Let's go!
We're in the Ozarks in Branson, Missouri, and this is one of the top entertainment destinations in the United States.
Not only are there tons of theaters here with all kinds of shows, from horse stampedes to Ozark mountain tales and bluegrass music, but also a lot of modern rock and country acts perform here too. We're starting our day on the Branson Scenic Railway, and then later we're going to catch a show on the Branson Bell, which is a showboat, because there are just some things you can't see from a camper van. It was a little hot in that upper deck, so we came down here for a little refreshing drink.
$3.86 for the not best mixed fountain soda, if I'm being honest, but they don't allow outside food or beverages on the train, so you get what you get.
It's like a lounge.
Wow. This is our kind of car. We got a car all to ourselves, which is very refreshing after the way out. This is 20 miles each way, by the way, out and back. And the entire way out, the conductor was giving all kinds of information about each of these vintage cars, where they originated, what their original purpose was, what year they were built, all this fantastic information that we heard none of because we had some very friendly but very chatty neighbors, and unfortunately we got very little of the information as a result. So we're just enjoying the ride back now. The train trip is almost complete, and we'll be back in the station shortly and heading into town to explore some more there.
We were kind of hoping it was going to be more scenic because it is called the Scenic Railway, but unfortunately it was just a lot of up-close trees. It was beautiful, but a lot of trees.
Yeah, like Steven said, we were hoping for more scenics because we are in the Ozarks, which is a mountain range. So I was hoping to see more mountains, more vast open views. We kind of are just cutting through kind of a path. It almost felt like a hike, but on a train.
Getting a quick lunch of fried green tomatoes and a grilled cheese before we head off to our next spot.
But I am still around. Thank you. Always be around and around and around.
It's our third cruise.
Yeah.
Well, that took a turn.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't give us a heads up about that.
Seriously. Okay, let's start from the beginning. We were so excited to do a showboat cruise on the lake here in Branson, get some entertainment with our dinner, get what seemed like a pretty good Branson experience.
Yeah.
And we actually really enjoyed it at first. The boat is beautiful. Everything just looks so cool. It's very well maintained, It's clean, and we just had the most amazing scenery as we cruised around the lake up here. So we really enjoyed that aspect of it. We even got to go up to where the captain is and see like the big wheel and everything like that.
Awesome.
It looked really fun up there. So overall, as far as the boat goes, very positive experience.
Yeah.
The next aspect, the food. It's kind of where it started to go downhill. The food honestly was not great.
The dessert, however, was pretty good. I had cheesecake, you had that chocolate cake.
The dessert part was nice. The main courses were, you know, kind of cafeteria food, like public lunch cafeteria style.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was not ready to like write the whole experience off just based on that. I mean, there was so much more to it. We weren't just paying for a meal. And As we said, the boat was beautiful, the lake was beautiful. Generally speaking, the experience was very positive so far. So, you know, the food was whatever. We were fine with it. Then the entertainment started.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun as well. They got into like pop music. We got a tap routine to Van Halen.
Yes, we did.
That was a fun surprise. There was a ballet to REO Speedwagon.
Oh, was there?
And yeah, if you're into things like Glee or what is that movie series where they do all the a cappella competitions?
Oh my gosh.
College students. As you can see, we're not really fans of these genres, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And if you are a fan, this was completely within the realm of those types of things.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. It was very enjoyable. And I could see how this type of thing is very popular with an American audience in particular who enjoys those types of shows and movies. So we were enjoying it. A lot of songs we really liked. They did a whole Queen medley. That was super, super fun. There were even a couple of really fun magic portions in the show. And I think actually those were the best.
Yeah, that
he
was
had
my
me
favorite
stumped on a couple of those tricks. But then things got really bad at the finale, and in a way that we personally found pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to preempt this by saying that I think we're both pretty patriotic. We're not the flag-waving type. Like, we get it, we're in America. But we both feel really lucky to be born and raised in this country, to have had the experience and the freedom and the privilege that that gives us. And we really value so much of what this country is about, especially things like democracy and freedom from religion.
Yeah.
So that is really why a lot of this was offensive to us. The finale I would describe as a propaganda fest.
Yep, absolutely.
It was a sudden onslaught of evangelical praise pop, followed by a what felt like rehearsed patriotism. Not like rehearsed, because obviously they rehearsed the show. The word I'm looking for is performative. It was very performative patriotism. But it felt like the kind of put-on patriotism that you see in places like North Korea, for instance, where everybody has to behave a certain way and react a certain way and show a certain reverence to a leader or to a flag. It just felt very heavy-handed, but especially the Christian aspect of it. And I want to say that for anybody who is religious of any kind, that doesn't offend us. You know, our beliefs are ours, other people's are theirs, and that's entirely a person's business and their choice and their life. However, there's an aspect of it that seems to be getting pushed on people who don't choose to be a part of it, and that was the case for us today.
Yeah.
There was no warning on the website that this was a Christian event. We don't put our beliefs on other people, and we don't feel that when we choose to spend our money to go out and be entertained, that that has a place in it, unless we know and we choose to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I felt tricked.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
And quite honestly, I feel like if it had been any other religion or culture that had been celebrated without any warning or indication for the people as they were buying their tickets, that a lot of these very same people who were standing up at their seats during this part would have been up in arms.
Yep, absolutely.
And I hate to say it, but probably literally.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are in an open carry area.
Or what if that last segment was a drag show and we didn't tell people about that?
Oh my gosh, actually we would have loved that.
We would totally love that, but it'd be something that they would probably want to know up front.
So honestly, this is a private business. It's their right to do however they want to do their business. However, they really should give people the choice. They are clearly catering to a very specific type of audience, and they should make that obvious when people are buying tickets and on their website. And that way, they will get their audience. And trust me, there's plenty of those people, and they will have no problem. They will succeed, and the people who want that will enjoy it, but it just feels very sneaky. So I have to say, I don't recommend this. There is so much entertainment in Branson. There are so many shows to choose from, and I'm willing to bet that at least a very good portion of them are not going to have these elements. You're going to be able to go and just enjoy some fun music and dancing and food and people, which is what we wanted to do tonight, and not have to be put upon. So yeah, the propaganda was just, it really put a very sour note on the end of our experience here.
It did, yeah.
I'm so disappointed. Okay, I hate to end it on that note, but that is the end of our day here in Branson, Missouri. And next up, we're headed to Kansas. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, you guys. We'll try to keep the next one a little bit lighter. See you next time. All right, I just wanted to come back because we were just a little frazzled after the show, and I don't feel like I said something quite as well as I could have. The problem we had is that there was no heads up. And it was just presumed that everyone who might choose to do a dinner and show on a boat would be okay with spending their time, which we feel is the most valuable thing any of us have, and their money, which is a pretty close second, I think, supporting something and a set of values and a certain way of expressing those values that is widely known and quite frankly accepted to be very divisive, not just here in this country, but in the world right now. But I feel that they have an audience and they should make it clear who their audience is, or at least what people will get if they're interested. And if they simply said on their website that, you know, as they're building up their show and saying, you know, you're gonna enjoy this fun night of music and dancing and everything else, just say, including a rousing finale paying tribute to our faith and patriotism. I mean, I think that's a very nice thing to say, and I think that would excite a lot of people and they would want to go see that. But it would also tell people like us, maybe this isn't the show for us, and we could just make an informed decision and then move on to finding something that we do want to see. Or we might say, okay, knowing that, we know what we're getting into now. We're not trying to tell anybody what to do or how to feel or how to live. That's really very much against our values to do that. But we also want to just know what we're in for so we can make our choices.